is an open door. We want you, Lord, like never before. Your presence is an open door. So come now, Lord, like never before.
What a powerful name it is. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a powerful name it is. Nothing can stand against. What a powerful name it is. The name of Jesus.
What we saw, and really the thing about this whole series that I want you to see, and what matters in this series, is that no story matters more than the story of Jesus. So I want you to know that. That's the theme through this whole series. That's what the early church believed. That's why they shared the gospel. You know, you see that over these next few weeks with Peter preaching the gospel. Starting next week, we'll see that. I mean, no story mattered more than the story of Jesus. But as we saw last week with the coming of the Holy Spirit in Acts chapter 2, verses 1 through 4, what we saw is this, that for the follower of Jesus, we saw that the Holy Spirit does what only God can do. The Holy Spirit does what only God can do because he's God. Now, he does it in the life of people who aren't followers of Jesus too, I get that. But since we're talking about the early church, and we're talking about the beginning of the Christian movement, the church movement, it's important to realize the Holy Spirit does what God does. Now, we come to the second part of the coming of the Holy Spirit, and we're going to be in Acts chapter 2, verses 5 through 13. You don't have any sermon titled to this. It's just kind of all entitled, it begins. And what I want you to see from the message today is this, that the spreading of the story of Jesus, that is the gospel, depends on the Holy Spirit working through the followers of Jesus. The spreading of that story of Jesus, what we call the gospel, depends on the Holy Spirit working through followers of Jesus. And so we come and into the first part of the message today. What I want to share with you is this. He came and it began. The Holy Spirit came and it, whatever it is, the Christian movement, it began. Now,